Hi there, it's time for another delve into Witchfinder's Gaming Vault, and today I'm going to be looking at an Atari 2600 game, and that game is Seahawk. Hope you can see the cartridge there. I only have the cartridge. Let's take a look at the fact file for this one. So Seahawk was originally released in 1983 in the US by Panda Games. This version is a European version and it was published by Sancho. The game was developed by Tang's Electronic Company, and the price I paid for it was £4. The current going rate on eBay for this version at least is around £10 plus for a loose cartridge. So it looks like I got a bargain when I bought it. So once again, there's a look at the cartridge. That's all I've got, so I'm not going to be doing any packaging overview or anything like that. There it is, so let's plug it in and play it.
The game begins with a demo mode showing you how to play the game, or not showing you how to play the game very well, it has to be said, because you just keep getting shot in this demo mode, but it's a nice rolling demo, no title screen or anything like that. You don't get that on many Atari 2600 games, let's be honest. What it has got is a copyright information in the bottom left corner, a little bit like what you see on a lot of the Activision games. So Sancho 1982 it says there, which is a little bit odd because this game wasn't originally created by Sancho as far as I know, so I don't know if they put that on the cartridge when this version was created, or even if this is an official version, it might be some kind of bootleg. But anyway, there it is. You've also got a score rolling round at the top there, which is a bit glitchy. I don't know if that's a glitch with this specific cartridge or just because it's a little bit of a dodgy version, I'm not entirely sure. It does sort itself out once you start playing the game though, so I imagine it's just like that due to whatever reason. But anyway, yeah, you can see the game is reasonably nice graphics wise, but let's get it started and see how it goes. So there's no difficulty levels or anything like that on this one, it's just a standard version of the game. There's no variations by changing the select switch. The only thing you can change is the size of the bomb you drop by changing the difficulty switches, but it doesn't make any difference, so I'm not going to mess around with that. So let's hit the reset button and get it started. So I get that score actually is still a bit weird, but I think it's okay once you start scoring points. It begins with you saying you've got 20,000. There you go, now it's sorted itself out and I've shot something. So you're the plane currently on the left, but it is defender style in terms of the controls, so you can switch yourself around just by pointing the joystick in the other direction. So you can only scroll a certain point across the screen, and then when you turn the joystick in the other direction, you move in the other direction and go to the back of the screen and then start scrolling again to a point along the screen. So that's as far as you get. So in terms of shooting, if you're pushing right or left, you shoot in a horizontal direction, and if you're not shooting, if you're not holding the joystick right or left and you just press the button, then you drop bombs towards the ground. And obviously the aim of the game is just to shoot as much as you can. There's helicopters and boats on the ground. There's also red boats, and I'll get into what those are when the time comes. So you can shoot the helicopters with the bombs, as I just did, but you can also obviously shoot them by firing forwards by moving the joystick right or left and firing. And obviously there's the boats to destroy. To destroy the boats, you've got to get quite low on the ground. They do fire at you as well. There goes my first life. Okay, so it's not going to happen, but what you saw there when I lost my life is a little man parachutes out of the plane, and if you land that guy on a red ship, it saves your life. Basically the red ship's a friendly ship, so that's what they're there for. So if you stay around this area, let's just stay around this area and try and get shot, which is a bit of a strange way to play the game, but the helicopters are quite erratic. Go on, shoot me. I want you to shoot me so that I can demonstrate this thing of saving my life, but now I can't. No. Now it's changed. That's the problem. When it goes off screen, it doesn't necessarily stay red, so never mind. It'll happen at some point. So yeah, so it's quite neat with the scrolling. The scrolling is quite smooth considering the type of game. Oh, just shot one of my own ships, and I think I lost points for that. So that was a bit of a disaster. That was accidental. They're all red now. The helicopters stay very low to the sea, and they're quite hard to get close to and shoot. Oh dear, it's not going well to start with here. Oh, keep missing this boat over and over again. There we go, got a boat. You get more points for the boats. I think it's 100 for the helicopters and like 500 for a boat or something like that. Yeah, so as I was saying, the scrolling is quite nice. It's got a little bit of animation on the sea as well. There's got some nice clouds in the sky. You can't go into those clouds. That's just sort of static screen at the top that you can't move a sprite into. And the enemies are pretty blunt. Oh, okay, so see, if I land in this ship, I'll lose a life. But if it was a red one, I would get a life back. It will happen at some point, hopefully. Right, here we go. So now if I parachute down I didn't lose a life. You see, I've got the same number of lives, got 6 lives, it says at the bottom there. So anyway, the aim of the game is just to shoot as much stuff as you can and get as far as possible, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing more to say about it, but I don't know why, but I can't shoot straight at the moment. There we go. But if you get to 10,000 points, then things get more difficult basically, but I'm only on like 1,000 points at the moment, so it's going pretty slowly. So what else can I say about it? As I said, the scrolling is pretty nice, the movement's quite quick, it's quite a fast-paced game. There's not many enemies on screen, so it's a little bit dull in that respect, but they are quite dangerous, I suppose, so you know, that's fair enough, I guess, and it does get more dangerous as the game progresses. Sounds are a bit annoying. There's a very noisy background sound, and the noise of you dropping a bomb in particular is quite annoying. Oh, right, here we go. So, oh, you know, I didn't get that. I hit the C before I got to the red boat. So that adds a bit of something different that you don't get in many games. So if you can master that, then theoretically you can go forever. If you can get lucky enough to be near a red ship when you lose a life, then it gives you a chance to progress quite far in the game. I don't know if the appearance of red ships, it's definitely random, but I don't know if it gets less prominent the higher up the difficulty levels you get. At the moment it's pretty easy as long as you don't get hit by a rogue shot from a helicopter. They're probably the most dangerous things because they're a bit erratic. They never go very high up the screen, so you're always having to hover quite low, which means you're susceptible to the boat fire as well. It is quite handy that you can drop the bombs on the helicopters because that makes it a bit easier to get them. In fact, there's an argument for just going along the sort of top edge of the screen and bombing the helicopters from above. Oh no, okay, there goes another life. So still got 4 lives left. It's pretty generous with the lives. Can I get to the 10,000? Well, rejoin me if I do, I think is probably the easiest thing to say, because there's nothing more to talk about in this game. It's a very simple Atari 2600 game. So I'm nearly at the 10,000 points mark. Hopefully I can get there. Oh, oh no, I've just bombed 2 of my own boats accidentally, so I'm back down to 8,400 now, so that adds a little bit more of a challenge to it as well, is making sure you don't bomb your own friendly boats. Oh no. So yeah, again, I'm nearly at the 10,000 points mark. There we go, I'm at 10,000 now. Has anything changed? Okay, I'm over 10,000, here we go. So after you've got over 10,000 points, you now get 2 helicopters instead of 1, which makes everything a bit more flickery as it's drawing them on the screens. It'd be interesting, I'm not going to try it, but it'd be interesting to know what happens if you end up with, no, didn't get to a red boat again, with going back below the 10,000 points. Whether it go back to 1, I should get to this one, hopefully. Slowly going in there, yeah, there we go. So saved a life there, so that is an interesting touch, quite like that. It's a simple sort of a game, isn't it? There's nothing great going on about it, but it's also quite playable. It's just a simple shoot 'em up, high score challenge kind of thing. There goes some points again. As I said, there's a couple of interesting twists to it with being able to save yourself, and also if you hit a friendly ship you lose points, so that's quite cool. There's nothing great about it, but it's not the sort of thing I'm going to get rid of. I don't think it's worth a huge amount of money, you know, and it's a fun thing to put on and play now and then. It's perhaps a game that not that many people have played, so if I've got friends around I might put it on because it's something a bit different. But yeah, pretty straightforward shooter, nothing really much more to say about it. I'm just going to carry on. Oh, there goes another life, but I'm right near a red ship again, so I'm just going to carry on until I run out of lives. But I'm not even sure there's a great deal of point you even watching me play it anymore. You've seen everything you're going to see, unless I can get up to the 20,000 points mark. So what I'm going to do is say, if you enjoyed this video, then give it a like, and please leave any comments about the game if you've got any, and if I get past the 20,000 points, then you'll see some footage of me doing that, and if I don't, then you won't. Right, so I've got far enough to be on the verge of the 20,000 points. I don't know what happens now. Nothing seems to have changed. Oh, I just bombed my own ship, so I'm back down below 20,000. And there goes another life. That may be my last one. No, I've still got a life left. May as well see it through to the end now, I suppose. But yeah, it looks like maybe it's another threshold before you get to more dangerous things happening, or maybe this is as bad as it gets, basically. But yeah, I think that's game over now. No, yeah, it's gone into the demo mode. So there you go. I've got 20,500 points, and that is all I've got to say about Seahawk.
That about does it for this episode of Witchfinder's Gaming Vault. All that remains is for me to pick a game out to play next time around. So I'll give the tin a shake and pull a game out. And next time around I'm going to be playing a Sega Master System game, and it is Aztec Adventure. So join me for that next time around. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.